What's up, everybody? It's Joshua. Teach us day number 12, 21 days, 21 rapid ways to win, y'all. It's been a journey, it's been a fight. And I tell y'all, based on what we see every day in the news, just what's happening, listen, life is hard. You're going to get knocked down, you're going to face challenges. It's going to be very difficult to move forward. But I'm asking you to stay in the fight, continue to be disciplined, because that's what we're talking about today. 21 days, 21 rapid ways to win. And so today, I want to talk about something that I've been disciplined at doing pretty much my whole life. Today, I'm at the pool, I'm reflecting, and when I talk about halting every day before you start your day, what I do on my health and leisure table is I like to sit down, reflect, and write poetry. So I'm going to read something to you that I wrote many years ago, but it's been this that helped me get through the dark nights, the difficult and challenging times. And I'm asking you to find something that you can be disciplined at every single day, because what we know is that challenges will arise every day. So here we go. So during law school, I wrote a book of poetry. And that particular book of poetry was called Motivation to Achieve. And so every day I would write, and I can remember before the exams, and we only had exams like at the end of the semester, so it was a lot of pressure right there. I would go in front of the classes, different classes, and give them a little motivation and inspiration, because I needed it. That's something that I needed, and I decided to share it. But I want to read something today. Hopefully it helps, and I'm going to tell you a story about the Chinese bamboo tree, and hopefully that'll give you some inspiration as well. So here we go. So this particular piece is called After You Face Your Darkest Night, from the book Motivation to Achieve. I think we published it in about 2013. And so it says, the closer you get to realizing your dream, the more difficult life will seem. You may lose all you have or be forced to give up everything, but hang on despite fatigue, despite fears of losing the fight, because life will require your greatest performance after you face the darkest night. So what am I saying there? You are going to go through the most challenging situation when you feel like you have absolutely nothing left. And when you reflect on the rapid way to win, reflection is that first key, that first core value, that first piece of information that's critical. That reflection is key, because you'll go back time after time after time and you'll say, you know what, I can't do this. But if you reflect, you will recall those moments in your life where you said that and you overcame and you achieved. And so reflection will give you that motivation to achieve if you reflect every day. So I'm asking you to be disciplined, to halt every day and reflect, and use what you've learned in the past to fuel your success, to fuel your what they call stick-to-itiveness, to make sure that you continue to go. And then the last thing is this. Les Brown, I learned this story through him. Obviously, it's not his story per se, but he talked about the Chinese bamboo tree in the Far East. And what he said is that this particular tree, when you plant it, you have to nourish it and water it for 5 years before you see a result. 5 years. Now, some of us, I'm some people, by the way, some of us will do something, and when we don't find success the first day, we're not even talking about 365 days times 5. We're talking about the first day, we want to quit when we don't see success the first try, or the second, or the third. But imagine this particular tree. You have to work at it for 1 year, no results. 2 years, no results. 3 years, no results. But there are results, you just can't see them. The growth is still underneath the ground. Same with us. There are results happening, but they're happening slowly. And so I'm asking you not to give up, because by the time you get to that 4th year, by the time you get to that 5th year, and we're talking about discipline and commitment to the process, to the journey, and not seeing any results. When you get to that 5th year, I believe he said that the tree grows 90 feet in a number of days. And so folks will look around and say, wow, look at this person. They're experiencing exponential growth, and it was overnight. No, they don't see the 5 years that it took. So I'm telling you, and I'm challenging you, and I'm asking you, with respect to discipline, every single day, continue to fight. Reflect on lessons learned, so that when you run into challenges in life, and you will, you'll know that you can too get through this challenge. You're aware And because you're aware that this can happen, and because you're aware that it can happen in the future, you can start to prepare yourself. That's the P in the rapid way to win. And so now you can be intentional. And then finally, if you're intentional and you're disciplined and you take that approach to life every single day, you'll find success. Hey, y'all, Joshua will teach us day number 12, 21 days, 21 rapid ways to win. Make it a good one.